Hello and welcome to EUD TV. My name is Delphine Maire and I work as a policy officer at the European Union of the Deaf. Today we will explore the topic of national sign languages in the European Union. We will discover why national sign languages are so important. We will look at the progress that has been made, and we will consider the work that still lies ahead towards their official recognition at EU level. We will also hear from key experts, including former and current members of the European Parliament, EUD team members, and those leading the way in promoting deaf equality and sign language rights. Enjoy watching! National sign languages are more than just languages, as they are the foundation of identity, culture, and equality. Without the recognition and support of these languages, deaf people cannot fully advance their rights. This is why EUD has long called for the legal recognition of national sign languages at national levels across Europe, which has been achieved to date in 26 member states. However, recognition alone is not sufficient. National sign languages must also achieve official status both at national and at EU level. The European Union currently has 24 official spoken languages, and the 29 national sign languages must be granted the same level of official status. This would ensure that deaf citizens are able to communicate with EU institutions, access their information, and exercise their rights as citizens on an equal basis with others. Let us take a look at the journey we have undertaken and where we stand today. In 2016, at the European Parliament, which is the heart of the European Union democracy, a groundbreaking event took place that was attended by deaf delegates from all across Europe. Helga Stevens, member of the European Parliament, hosted this event, during which 31 national sign languages were used in the assembly. This event increased the visibility of national sign languages as equally important at the European level. Let's take a look. As a BSL user, I will take my place here. It is quite extraordinary to see seat allocations according to each of the 31 European sign languages throughout this chamber. As delegates arrive, sign language interpreters will proliferate and take their places all over the room. Without a doubt, this day will be seen by future generations as the seminal event that brought the recognition of sign languages. Today marks a paradigm shift for the European Parliament, from that of a simple rhetoric to one of action and realization of these authentic languages. A team of 146 interpreters will be working today with spoken language interpreters all in the booths above and sign language interpreters on the floor. It's going to be enthralling to be a participant and to watch the mechanics of this event play out. Could I please ask all delegates to take their seats? I warmly welcome all people present to this historic conference here at the European Parliament. I'm so happy to see so many deaf sign language users and also hearing people who are using sign language, and they're all together in one room. More than 600 sign language users are here today, and I think that must be a record for the European Parliament. Also, we see a lot of hearing people who are in strong support of our sign languages. So, well done. Wow, a truly remarkable moment. Markku has just presented in Finnish Sign Language, and this has been simultaneously interpreted into 30 different sign languages. Thank you. Thank you very much. Goodbye. The European Union of the Deaf recently celebrated its 40th anniversary at the European Parliament during an enriching event of interventions and exchanges. The event was hosted by Pál Szekeres, member of the European Parliament from Hungary. We interviewed him to learn about his work in the European Parliament supporting deaf people's sign language rights. Let's take a look.
Thank you so much, Delphine. Thank you so much for setting the scene as to why national sign languages matter so much in the EU context. We are now here in the studio with MEP Pál Szekeres, who has been a strong supporter of our work and recently hosted EUD's 40th anniversary here at the European Parliament. Thank you so much for joining us here today. To begin, why is it so important for you to host EUD's anniversary event here at the European Parliament? You want to give us a sense as to why you find that so important?
So first of all, thank you for the possibility to host this event. To celebrate 40 years anniversary is very important, but even more important to have a conference about the human rights and about, of course, the rights about the deaf people. And if we talk about the sign language, is always important, but more important to do it for something better. What you want still 40 years to have the sign language one of the official language in every country, and I fully support it.
So from your perspective, why should national sign languages be treated equally to spoken languages within the European Union?
You know, we are different. I'm sitting in a wheelchair, you use sign language, the other guys don't understand us, so the language is a contact between two people. We have to understand each other, so all languages, what is a used language, must be official, is a no question for me. Without this, you are not able to communicate. Without my chair, I'm not able to live. It's elementary.
And finally, looking ahead, what progress would you like to see next at the EU level for sign language rights? And how do you think we at the European Union of the Deaf can be involved with it?
So, you know, we are stronger together. And of course, I will do my best to continue the work of Ádám, Kósa, but alone, I can do it. So the patriots are behind me. And of course, we have to cooperate very well. You can give me an input, and my door will be always open for you.
Thank you so much for your time and for your dedication. We've worked so well with you, and we look forward to that continued cooperation. Now, let's continue with the program.
What an interesting interview. Thank you, Paal, for hosting this 40-year anniversary event. As EUD now wishes to achieve the officialization of national sign languages in the EU, Alexandre, the EUD's policy manager, published a book. The book contains numerous articles and analyses on how to achieve it. Alexandre will now provide further insights on this himself. Maybe you are wondering what the title of the book is. It is called From Recognition to Officialization, a European Evolution of Sign Language Rights. Throughout the years, the deaf community and deaf associations have advocated for the recognition of sign languages, but we feel that this is still not enough. We must take the next step, which is officialization. But what does this mean exactly? We did some analysis from the academic, legal, linguistic, and deaf studies perspectives, as well as the social, statistical, and communicational perspectives. Combined, these perspectives give us an understanding of what officialization means. Throughout the member states, we see that the status of national sign languages vary a lot, from being very strong to somewhat weak, which is why we wanted to provide an analysis about this as well. In which countries is the recognition strong and in which not so much? We provide recommendations on how to achieve a stronger sign language recognition. If this is achieved, we take a look at the European Union itself and their responsibility, specifically the officialization of the 29 national sign languages.
Of the European Union of the Deaf, and we are officially launching this new EUD publication, which is recognition for their sign language. We wanted to explore that as a question where it could arguably be token.
If you want to read the book, you can download it via our website. As it has been 40 years since the European Union of the Deaf was established, we marked the occasion with a celebratory event. It took place at the European Parliament and included several interventions on sign language and deaf people's rights, and it also marked the launch of the new book. Are you curious to know more about this event? We sent our reporter to cover it. Let us take a look. Thank you, Delphine. We are almost opening the conference Assigning Europe. Many people are really looking forward to the official start of the event.
Our moment is European Union of the Deaf 40th, and the work we've done to push human rights for deaf sign language users. First and foremost, I'd like to thank gratefully and from the bottom.
Or with video translation, because we use
Possible European institution celebration. There's some in the audience here, over here, here. Hard to believe. I came in as a young gentleman.
We can look back to 2024 was
But the European Day of Sign Language. Okay.
We have one of our posters here, so please like it and please.
Everyone here in the audience. My name is Alexandre Bloxs, where it could arguably be token.
And are you looking in the windshield or are you looking in your mirror?
Always.
So between that is my response to that question. So I want to tell you a
So I think this can work very nicely. That can be used in our favor.
And very proud of the fact that he was the
We've done it, or that a project with sign language is doing the job. We need to remember that everything we're doing
halfway through implementing the strategy.
So, today's conference is officially closed. During the panel discussion, every panel member shared their own experiences. Hopefully, we can all learn from these positive aspects, since it is still a work in progress with lots of ideas, strategies, and so on. And second of all, the last two speakers from the European Parliament, President Metsola and Commissioner for Equality Labib both stated openly that they want to learn more about sign language policies and want to be in closer contact with EUD. This is, I think, really positive for the work of EUD in the future. As you may have noticed, we have been working towards the establishment of the European Day of Sign Languages, an annual day celebrating the 29 national sign languages in the European Union and promoting their visibility within EU institutions. As you know, there is already the United Nations International Day of Sign Languages, and we want the European Union to have one as well. Take a look at our work. We also received some key support from Ádám Kósa. He played a crucial role in advancing the European Day of Sign Languages, a milestone for the recognition of national sign languages. The idea of the European Day of Sign Languages originated during a meeting in Budapest between our board and Ádám Kósa, former member of the European Parliament and now State Secretary in Hungary. We discussed the concept and decided to move forward. Then, at the European Day of Persons with Disabilities in Brussels, in Belgium, Ádám Kósa mentioned this idea, which sparked wider interest. Later, on the 17th of October in Luxembourg, the Council of the European Union brought together representatives from across Europe for the meeting of the Employment, Social Policy, Health and Consumers Affairs Council, which also covers disability affairs. During this meeting, Ádám Kósa submitted his proposal for a European Day of Sign Languages under the Any Other Business agenda item. Madam Chair, Madam Commissioner, colleagues, the government of Hungary, in collaboration with the European Union of the Deaf and with the support of Cyprus, Germany, Greece, Italy, Poland, Slovakia, Slovenia and Spain, has initiated the establishment of the European Day of Sign Languages on June the 17th. The date marks the anniversary of the European Parliament's resolution adopted in 1988 that invited EU member states to officially recognize the national sign languages. The UN had already taken this step at its 72nd session, and 23rd of September marks the International Sign Language Day. You might recall that during the Hungarian presidency, I chaired the EBSCO meeting in Hungarian Sign Languages, which was a milestone in the use of European national sign languages in an EU institution. We believe that the establishment of the European Day of Sign Languages would be an essential step towards our long-term goals of ensuring that national sign languages are fully recognized and would contribute to the independent living of persons with disabilities. I kindly ask you to support this initiative, and I also ask the European Commission to consider the establishment of a European Day of Sign Languages as part of its efforts to reinforce the European Disability Strategy. Please confirm with the 27 member states, the advocacy groups representing the deaf, and on behalf of Hungary, we are open to consider any other day or any other framework. But it is important that the European Day of Sign Languages should be accepted later on. The EUD was also present, represented by Executive Director Frankie Picron and Policy Manager Alexandre Bloxs. They observed the debate and met Ádám Kósa, who was interviewed. Take a look to see how the meeting went. Thank you. We are here in Luxembourg at the European Council together with Ádám Kósa to discuss the EDSL, the European Day of Sign Languages. Ádám, can you explain to us shortly what the aim of the EDSL is? Yes, of course, and hello to you all. During the Hungarian presidency last year, EUD proposed a dedicated sign language day to promote them and for people to be aware and understand the importance of sign languages. This promise was the first step to the process, and now Hungary officially put in a proposal to the European Council to create an EDSL. Also, our proposal received the support of 10 other member states, including some large countries like Germany, Spain, Cyprus, Greece, and some others. This is really good. Today, I will officially present the proposal, and after that, Europe has to go ahead with their own procedure. We are hoping that it will go smooth and that EUD will be pushing this issue forward. We want to thank you very much for your support for the EDSL. Our aim is that the European Day of Sign Languages will be celebrated in all 27 member states with and in all the different national sign languages. This way, our human rights will be guaranteed through our sign languages. Thank you so much. Thank you. As we work towards organizing this annual event, we have discussed and are proposing the 17th of June as the date. This marks the anniversary of the European Parliament's first resolution on sign languages, adopted on the 17th of June 1988. However, we remain flexible should the EU institutions suggest an alternative date that better fits their program. We will see which date is chosen. Wow, it is impressive to see all that EUD has accomplished over the past 40 years, through meetings, events, the adoption of resolutions, and the recognition of numerous national sign languages. This work continues with initiatives such as the launch of the new book, the European Day of Sign Languages, and the push for the officialization of national sign languages in the European Union. EUD will continue to work alongside our members, allies, and EU institutions to ensure that deaf people's sign language rights are fully realized. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next EUD TV episode.